Hello lovely friends, here's a sneak peek of today's Christmas decorations. They're really easy, they're DIY and they're so much fun to create. Thank you so much first of all to my lovely members MJ Fluid Art and Linda Curtin. Thank you so much for your support. So today is a Christmas edition of Talent Tuesday with my wonderful friend Kim. It's our last premiere and last Talent Tuesday together this year. I've got other videos being released as usual until the end of the year with some long editions too, so stay tuned for those. And today it's easy DIY ornaments. I had to get this in before the end of the year. I had a recent workshop and I used this gorgeous pearl colour, so I'm just showing you just to begin with how I mixed it, because people often say, how do you mix the paints, how do they not blend, those sorts of things. So just a quickie for the beginning of this video. So this is my golden, it's a beautiful iridescent pearl, and you can see it's like a off-white, it's like a really rich cream, beautiful iridescent colour, and I use my Liquitex pouring medium and water to thin it. And there's the difference between titanium white and this pearl. So there's a really lovely student and friend from a recent workshop that I did locally in Cornwall, UK. Here she is, Sarah Jane, SJ, thank you so much. And here's the wonderful group, I had to pop that in. Such wonderful memories. And she left a little surprise in one of my boxes, these ornaments. And I've been meaning to try them out. And funnily enough, she sent me a video from my lovely friend Louise McKay Art, just by chance, saying, oh, I'd love to try this. I said, oh my goodness, she's a friend of mine. She's so lovely. And I've been wanting to try ornaments for ages too. So I started painting my ornaments, and this is nothing how Louise does it. She's far more professional. This is my first time. She's been doing it for a long time. She's got some brilliant ones. You've got to have a look. I'll put a link in the description below of how she does hers. But I wanted to have play, and when I first do something, I just play. And this is my playtime, so you are literally seeing my first attempt, and I actually really loved them. I thought they came out so nicely. Can you see the cells there? That is due to me using leftover paints with 1 drop of silicone oil by Pebio. And so I painted them up, layered the paints, as you can see. I blew on them, I used my heat gun and let them dry. And I was so pleased. Now you're probably looking at my makeshift, what I call my little Dalek. It looks like a Dalek, look. If you're familiar with Doctor Who and the Daleks, this is a Dalek. I wanted to find something that would suspend it. I hadn't got time to set up as I would next time, which would be with a drill and with a skewer and it attached in a more professional manner. And this is my makeshift way with a skewer that I found on the beach, a yogurt carton and some tin foil, and it secured it and it kept it nice and secure until it dried. Job done. But next time I'll think of something that looks a bit more presentable. So I'm just laughing as I watch this. I'm just thinking, oh my God. But for the purposes of today, we're having a bit of fun, aren't we? Look at those cells opening up. So I'm just adding a bit more gold, and I have sped up part of this because the video was originally an hour and a half long to 2 hours, as most of my videos are, and I edited it down so that you could get a glimpse of what happened, but you can still see the process. So I'm using my palette knife and I'm just layering up the paint in whichever way I want, knowing that the paint drips down. And I've seen it in other videos by other people, particularly Louise McKay, and also Angela Bliss Art. She does some amazing ornaments. And I've just seen other people, my wonderful art community, so many of them have tried ornaments this year, and I've just loved them. And this is my play, and I found that holding it to begin with was great and really good to get the whole coverage on the bauble, and then I had it in situ and it was much better then for accuracy. And as my little Dalek is attached to the spinner, I could can move it round. But for the purposes of today, I kept it in situ pretty much so that it wasn't coming in and out of view for you. And I just reached over my skewer and popped the paint to the other side, which seemed to work quite well too. So I'd love to know what you're thinking. I'd love to know in the comments below your thoughts. I hope you're having a nice run up to the festive period and you've got something nice to look forward to. Whatever it is that you do, it's so nice to be a part of this community with you, and thank you so much for being here. So here's the first one, all wet, and I'll show you a close-up in more detail at the end. Can you see my Dalek moving around? So this is my second one. I did 3 originally, but the third one I ended up just painting all one colour in copper because I wanted it didn't quite turn out as I wanted it, and I thought, what I could do is do some dotting. So I'm going to do some dotting, and I've seen it quite a few places, but yeah, that's something I'm going to try next. I might save them for next year now. We're running out of time for this year, aren't we? I've got so many other exciting things planned. So this is my pink one, and this time I'm covering it all in my iridescent pink. All the paints today are by Pebeo, and as you see them, and my regular paints, I'll put a link in the description and the video at the end of this one showing you how I mix my paints with Pebeo. So I'm using my beautiful pearl and my pink, and I'm layering it. Are you seeing how the pearl iridescence is coming through? I'll show you towards the end more of a close-up, but just for now, enjoy the music, enjoy as these little decorations come to life, and I'll show you how they come out. I masked them up from the top of the bauble up to the skewer, and I'll show you how I'll mask it at the end too. See you shortly.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error.
And now they're all dry. Here's a sneak peek of them on the Christmas tree. Aren't they beautiful? And I haven't varnished them yet. I might actually just leave them as they are. So this is how they are now. These were really easy. They're do it yourself. It didn't take me long to do at all. The whole video was about 2 hours, but that was me faffing around with my little Dalek contraption. They didn't take long, and they dried in a day. So give it a go at home. Let me know if you do. Thank you so much to Louise McKay Art and Angela Bliss Art for your inspiration. So what I'm doing is I'm just showing you how the paint dripped towards the bottom and how gravity forms a most beautiful pattern. Nature is wonderful, isn't it? Isn't it just amazing? So this was my first attempt, and I'm definitely going to be doing some more, and I'll have a proper setup next time. It'll probably be next year now, probably this time next year or just before. And here's the pink one. Which one do you like best? So I'm just taking off the tin foil, and this one was quite a challenge getting the masking off, and you've got to be so gentle with it. They're pretty sturdy, but I've not worked with these before, so I wanted to be extra careful. And in the end I did get the masking tape off. Can you see the glimmer and the cells and how they opened up? It's really interesting watching how on a really thin plastic surface like this, the paint drips and spreads, and it's easier than you think. I think one of the reasons why I thought it was harder is just because of how gravity plays with things. But once you start, it's just so good. And I often don't know what I'm going to do until I start doing it. So I'm just taking a wipe and I'm just cleaning the edges and making sure it's nice and sharp. Just holding it very gently in my hand. So it's totally dry, and it was literally 24 hours ago that I painted them. So I'm really pleased with this. And there you go, look at the bottoms. I'm in love with the bottoms. A lot of people paint them from the other way. They paint them upside down, the circular ones. And some people paint them on the side. And I just found that painting them from the top was a different way of doing it. So what do you think of these cheeky baubles? What do you think of them? I'm quite chuffed. So I popped them on my Christmas tree and I took a little photo and I'm bringing them to you today. So what do you think of these baubles? For me, green and pink represents the heart, and I wanted to do green and pink today to bring to you love at Christmas time, whatever that means to you. Here they are on the tree, and you can see some of the cute little decorations I have on our Christmas tree. Wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Sending you lots of good wishes for 2025. I will have more videos coming out before the end of the year, but I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to Kim and to all the art community. Thank you so much for your friendship. I love you all. Thank you so much, Kim, for this wonderful year of collabs together. I can't wait for our new challenges in the new year. If you haven't seen Kim's creations, let's pop over to her channel and see what she's created. I'll put the link to her video in my pinned comments and in the description. So happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, however you celebrate. Love you all. Let me know what you're doing, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.